Hey guys, it's almost Easter time, which means there's gonna be tons of Easter candy that I wanna eat. So today I'm gonna be making a bunch of delicious Easter candy, but really it's gonna be more like keto fat bombs for us out of all this chocolate. I've been hoarding it for a while and now it's time to make a bunch of candy. So let's get started. Welcome back. If you're new here, thank you for joining me. My name's Alicia and I'm a sous chef with a sweet tooth. And here we make delicious pastries and desserts, many from my time as a pastry chef. And my goal is to make the best keto desserts possible. Today it's going to be a bunch of fun candy. I haven't made any of this before, except for the Reese's cups, but we're going to make Reese's eggs. I'm just going to be experimenting and having fun. I'll write down all the recipes for you, so that I can put them down in the description box in my links to my blogs. And I'll figure out all the macros after I figure out how much we're gonna make. But I have 6 different kinds of candy I'm gonna make today. So I'm not gonna go into super detail. I'm gonna fast forward through a lot of it. I'm excited to have a bunch of candy. Keto fat bombs. I upped the butter in all of these like truffles so that they're pretty much fat bombs. Got to move all my chocolate out of the way. So I got a lot of videos on tempering chocolate, but all we're doing, 6 ounces of chocolate and a tablespoon of coconut oil. We're gonna start with some cinnamon ones and some white chocolate brown butter macadamia nut ones. So that we know that they're cinnamon, a little bit of cinnamon in the bottom. Okay, our first batch of white chocolate is melted and ready to go. I'm gonna first try doing a little bit of color just in the molds themselves, and then when you go to put the chocolate in, it'll be pretty. Always do complementary colors. Don't do like orange and blue, because if you mix those together, they get brown. So I'm gonna do pink and yellow. So if they mix, they'll just be orange. Drop some in, paint it up. Just do 1 of each drop. Mine are a little bit more watery, like if you have a gel, it'd probably work better. Mine are for airbrushing cakes, so they're very liquidy. Do a couple drops of yellow, a couple drops of pink. Now we can mix them up a little bit more. Do all different ones, make it a little bit darker. Okay, now that those shells are done, we're gonna melt the next batch. We'll do like a purple and blue egg. 1 little drop. Violet technically has blue in it, so that's why it's just looking mostly blue. We'll do some pink and violet. There we go, we got our shells. I'm gonna pop these into the freezer on a sheet tray so that they don't move around, and then we're gonna make all the fillings and fill them up. Keep your spoons handy and your colors, because we're gonna need to put a layer of chocolate on top too. Oh, snickerdoodles. I need my snickerdoodles. So I got high key snickerdoodle cookies. I'm gonna break those up. We're gonna put those on top of our filling to give it like a little crunchiness to it. Probably aren't gonna need all these. Some for snacking. We're basically just gonna make a ganache, putting hot cream over your chocolate chips. Now normally I'd pour the cream over, let it melt, then add in the butter, but because white chocolate chips are so hard to melt, I'm melting everything and getting it hot to hopefully melt all the chocolate chips at once. Yeah, I don't know how these are going to turn out actually, but I just got this cinnamon toast collagen powder and I haven't done any baking with it yet. Smells delicious, but I want to try that in here. I think we're going to do maybe a half a scoop, see what happens. Looks mostly dissolved. Pour this over our chocolate chips. After it's sat for a minute, you can start whisking. Okay, that looks like ganache. Let's try it. I think you can use a little bit of cinnamon. Start with a 1/4 teaspoon. The collagen powder was completely optional. I just kind of wanted to see what it did. I'd say that's delicious. We're gonna set that aside for now and get on to making the macadamia nut filling. Now that, I already toasted up a 1/4 cup of chopped macadamia nuts, and I made some brown butter already. I do have a video on this. It's my macadamia nut fat bomb recipe. That's made with cream cheese. I'll link that up there for you. But because I already have this in the pot, I'm just gonna add my cream right to here and melt it on the stove. Okay, our brown butter and cream was bubbling. Pour over another 4 ounces. You want to make sure you get all that brown bits off the bottom of your pan, because that's where the flavor is. It definitely elevates the flavor of this, but it's totally optional. You can just do the butter, white chocolate macadamia nut. It's going to be delicious. I'm going to put in our macadamia nuts. That's good. Okay, that filling is ready. Time to grab out our Easter eggs. We're probably going to have extra filling left over. Get some of our cookie crumbs. These are going to be like a dessert, not just a little treat. Okay, these got to go back in the fridge to harden. We'll get on to some more fat bombs. Okay, on to round number 2. This one, I'm super excited. A salted caramel fat bomb truffle. I figured out a way to make caramel a little bit chewier so that like it's gonna be the perfect consistency inside of our truffles. And that gives me a reason to use my salted caramel Lily's chocolate chips that I bought a while ago, and I've been wanting to use them for something. But for the molds, I'm just using these little half spheres. So to start the other one, I forgot to mention I was so excited about the salted caramel. I'm gonna make a dark chocolate mint fat bomb. So we're gonna do dark chocolate on the outside of the mint one, and we're gonna do semi-sweet chocolate on the outside of the caramel one. Because the caramel one has enough sweetness inside, I'm gonna do semi-sweet for the dark chocolate mint ones. Yeah, you can use any flavored chocolates you want, but let's get melting. Dark chocolate is melted. I'm gonna add in, since this is our mint one, I'm gonna add in a teaspoon of mint extract to our coating. We'll put more in the center. I got my little notepad here because I'm literally writing everything down that I'm doing so that I can write you guys recipes. When I make this kind of stuff, I usually just wing it because I just want chocolate in my mouth. I don't want candy, so I figure it out. Put some in each mold. You just don't want any holes in the bottom of your molds. We're going to be saving the rest of this. We're going to top all these candies once we fill them. So keep your spoon. Next will be some semi-sweet chocolate chips melted. Okay, the semi-sweet is melted. I'm going to add just about 10 drops of a caramel stevia just to give a little bit more caramel flavor. Oh, this one doesn't drop. A squirt. And do our other 12 little molds. Okay, popping these into the fridge. Now to make the filling for those. Gonna be pretty simple. So all these are just gonna be 2 ounces of butter, 2 ounces of heavy cream, 4 ounces of chocolate. And then for the caramel one, I'm just doing the salted caramel stevia chips from Lily's. And then this is what the caramel looks like out of the fridge. It is like just like a chewy, like melted caramel, like in a Snickers bar or something. That recipe will obviously be down in my blog post link. I'm gonna have a lot of recipes, so it's all gonna be over on my blog. Okay, we are bubbling, so over the chips. You let that sit for a little bit. I'm gonna microwave the other center liquid. So I started with 15 drops of the peppermint stevia. We'll see if we need more peppermint too. Bubbling over the salted caramel chips. Definitely need some more peppermint. Over the half teaspoon. Looks like this broke, so add more cream. Till it comes together. Almost there. Sometimes chocolate just likes to be a pain in the butt. There you go. It's nice and silky smooth now. So just don't reheat it and you should be fine. Just add a little bit of cream until it comes together. Still not quite pepperminty enough. So I'm gonna add another half teaspoon. There you go. Chocolate peppermint. Okay, we gotta start working fast because we gotta do that one and then we gotta get it in the molds before they start setting. Let's get our molds out. Let's get it in there. Okay, all those are filled. I'm gonna grab out the caramel. So to do these, I originally put them in little fat bomb molds, and then after they were like frozen, I popped them out and I cut them in half and rolled them into little circles and kept them in the freezer so that they're really hard. Put these right down in there, and hopefully that'll be a nice caramel center. They're like super hard out of the freezer, but they're like a chewy caramel out of the freezer. They're already hardening because my caramels were in the freezer. So we're gonna pop these back into the refrigerator, let them set up completely, and then we'll cover them with the last of the chocolate. Also forgot I had some Thin Mint cookies that were testers that weren't quite right. They're kind of soft and mushy, so I was going to top some of those in there. But that's completely optional. But if you put a keto Thin Mint cookie right down on the bottom of this, oh man, that'd be delicious. Okay, time to finish our first 4 Easter candies. So we gotta melt both these down just to cover the backs of our chocolates. So these are probably going to be a couple grams of net carbs each because they're very big. But that is your dessert for the night. You can obviously make these in any molds you want, and you don't have to do the chocolate on bottom, chocolate on top. Just pour your stuff into fat bomb molds, call it a day. Pop these into the fridge and grab out our other guys. Just coat these guys in some chocolate. All those are covered. Now we're going to melt our dark chocolate. Okay, into the fridge. Can't get on to the next 2 until we unmold our first ones because I need some molds. Okay, time for this one is the macadamia nut ones. Clean off the edges, make them look pretty. Then we're going to make some Reese's eggs. Yay, be so good. That guy's very blue. Now our cinnamon toast crunch one. Now the dark chocolate peppermint. Ooh. Now for the salted caramel, which I meant to put sea salt on the back of these so that I would know that they're sea salt. They're a little bit different of a color than the dark chocolate ones. I'm going to try one of these guys. Our plate's getting full. We're going to have a full Easter basket. These ones are going to be a favorite of mine, of course, a Reese's egg, which I really do miss. The real treat in Buffalo for Easter is sponge candy, and I am still working on it. I really wanted it done before Easter, but I could not figure it out. But my favorite is orange chocolate sponge candy. So I found this on Lily's website, and I was hoping I was going to be able to cover some sponge candy with it, but that didn't happen. So we're going to make some orange chocolate truffles, or fat bombs, because we're adding in a bunch of butter. But on to melting the dark chocolate orange for the outside of this one. And then for the Reese's cup, I am using milk chocolate. Okay, I decided to change up my plans a little bit. I'm going to make little mini orange cups for my orange truffles. Just to have something different. So I am just going to put a little bit in there and just push it up the sides. So onto the milk chocolate Reese's eggs. Into the fridge these shells go, and time to make some fillings. So the inside of our orange ones is semi-sweet chocolate, so I'm going to be adding a little bit of stevia and some orange extract to make it orange chocolate. Let that sit for a while. I'm going to melt our peanut butter and butter together and add a little bit of monk fruit sweetener to make our peanut butter cup filling. Peanut butter. Try to get one with no sugar in it, obviously, and the best would be no palm oil either, just peanuts and salt. Should sift that. Okay, that's all ready to go. This time I did our butter separately. I'm hoping that will eliminate the breakage we had in the last. Okay, once that, add your butter. Add in a couple drops of stevia. I'm going to start with a half a teaspoon of the orange extract. Smells super good. Ooh, that's good. Let's get our chocolates out of the fridge and fill them up. Okay, we'll start with the dark chocolate orange. I think I'm just going to use my tablespoon measure. Yeah, that works. And probably, since this chocolate's pretty cool, fill in these guys. There we go. We're just going to let these guys set a little bit and melt some more chocolate for the top. We'll get on to our Reese's cups. Fill these guys. Guess we're going to have to make more filling. Okay, these guys got to set completely, and then we can coat them in chocolate, and we're going to finish up our orange chocolate. Okay, these were in the freezer, so they're nice and hard. Okay, gotta temper a tiny bit more milk chocolate, and then we are gonna be popping these out next. Time to unmold these guys, our Reese's cups. Reese's eggs. Oh, looks delicious. Can't wait to bite into one of those. They're even bigger than the Reese's ones. Yeah. I got 12 Reese's eggs. Yay, yay. We can just leave them like this in the wrappers. Time to get our Easter basket ready. We'll be back with one of each to cut open and try them. Wow, we have an entire huge basket of Easter candy for us to enjoy. Took me all day, but one day, and I'm gonna have a month worth of candy here, and I can keep it in the freezer, and it's just for me whenever I want a piece. It's gonna be awesome. Time to try one of each of these. I'm gonna just take a little bit because I literally haven't eaten anything but trying chocolates all day. So this is white chocolate macadamia nut. Ooh. This is the white chocolate cinnamon. Got some cookie crumbs. The Reese's egg I think is gonna be my favorite. Look at that. That looks delicious. Now this is the salted caramel. I'm really excited about this one too. Let's see how the caramel looks in the middle. Oh yeah, it's gooey. That's what I wanted. That'll be even less gooey in the freezer, but these were in the fridge. Now the dark chocolate mint. That one's just a regular truffle center. Nice and smooth and creamy. And then the dark chocolate orange one. We have a little orange chocolate cup. He's cute. And of course we got a train. It's a cute truffle center. This is the cinnamon. I haven't tried them against any of the other ones, but it seems like this is really creamy. And maybe the collagen gave it a little bit of creaminess. I might have to invite my boyfriend even to eat these little small pieces. This is a lot of chocolate. Boyfriend, you want to come help me? I can't eat all these myself. And I already have the smallest piece.
I'd be happy to help.
Okay, I already tried the cinnamon one. This is the white chocolate brown butter macadamia nut.
Oh. Sounds delicious. Holy cow. You're amazing.
Reese's egg. That's a Reese's cup. Mm-hmm.
Reese's egg. Wow. Nailed it.
Salted caramel. That is delicious, but very sweet.
One bite. Yes.
But it is super good.
That caramel that you made. Awesome.
It's perfect for like it's almost like a Twix bar. Dark chocolate mint.
I like that one.
Yeah, that one's good. My hands are a mess. Everything's a mess.
Chocolate everywhere.
This is the last one. Dark chocolate orange. A nice orange sponge candy. Sorry, had to switch cameras. My memory card's full because I've literally been filming for 5 hours making all this candy. So we just tried it all and it's all delicious. I think my favorite is the dark chocolate orange and the Reese's, like I figured it was gonna be. But they're all delicious. You get to have candy for your Easter. Instead of everybody else enjoying all the candy, you get to have some too. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Hopefully you make some of these for your Easter because I know I'm happy to have some this year because I didn't have any last year. If you enjoy this content, please hit the subscribe button down there because I'm coming at you every Saturday with a new keto dessert. And actually this one might be out on Friday, so if you see it then, it's because I want to get out a little bit before Easter so you had some time to make some chocolates. And as always, I'll be back with many more keto dessert recipes. Bye guys!